Well, you remember the other day, they didn't have any of the water lines installed yet on this little section over here. They had stopped over in there, and looks like they came back today. See how they put that block in there? They just ran a 2x4 block in there, put their straps in like that, and you know, these things seem a little tinny and flimsy, but you know, once the plywood gets down and stuff, it'll be fine. And I told you they were probably going to start the air conditioning. I'll show you that here in a minute. Here's all their plumbing lines going through here, and it sure makes sense to install this stuff first. Before the floor goes on, huh? Now some houses, believe it or not, well, if this was on a slab, obviously all the water would come in from the side of the house, and then it would go up over the ceilings and then down the walls into all the different locations. But because there's a crawl space underneath the floor, it sure makes sense to me to get all of this piping installed first. Okay, and that's why you have to have the plans out. You've got to take really good measurements on all this stuff on the locations, because once you put the plywood floor down, and when they get ready to lay all the interior walls, all these pipes have to be in the right place. Now, worst case scenario, if they were off a little bit one way or another, they could take these and crawl in underneath the house, cut it off, reroute it, do all that kind of stuff. But they're trying to not have to do that. Okay, so that's why they're installing all of that plumbing first. Remember, before they had it just to here. So now he's got all that, and I'm not sure if he's actually ready for an inspection just yet, the plumber. That remains to be seen. I'll take a look around here and see if he's got all this stuff. Now see here's some stuff that he has just dangling here. And obviously, like I say, there's certain areas where he'll run that from the floor on up after the flooring gets done. Remember, this hose bib wasn't here before, and he's got this little piece of pipe here slid in there. I'm not quite sure why he's done that, but he's got a reason for his madness. And that's something. Just this plastic tubing is strong enough to hold the water, and that's something. You know, where years ago used to have copper pipes all over the place. Okay, I'm kind of waiting for the sun to go down over here, because my video camera has been messing up when there's sun out, and if there's too much light, my video won't come in. And I think something's going on with my video camera, and I'm gonna be ordering a new video camera so I can come out here during the day and show different things. But hey, when the light's low, it works fine. It works fine on the inside houses and stuff and all that. And so you know, I'm not gonna throw away the video camera or anything. I'm gonna use it as my backup video camera. Oh, here, see, look at this. Here's a hose bib, and there's nothing here yet. And I'm wondering if he just missed it, because I don't see any plumbing water lines coming out from here. All of these have gone across. If he forgot it, he'll have to cut one of those white lines, and he'll have to decide which line to put a T in there so he can run over here with his hose bib. And that's something. HB hose bib. Here's his mark, and he had drilled out. See, here's HB up here. If you look at it this way, HB. He missed that one, didn't he? He got the one in over there, and I noticed he had some other ones. He had some other ones that he did This is the front door. And see, here's his other hose bib right here. He got that one. I think, man, isn't that something? I think he missed that one. Being Mr. Inspector here. But in any case, I'll show you this. Like I said, I'll show you the air conditioning in a minute. Look at this. He's got it just slid through there. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. Why that's like that. But he knows why. Whoever installed it. And see here, he had drilled holes in here from before, and then for some reason he decided to run it up and come up, and then he'll probably come out of the wall after the framing, after the forms, or after the wall framing goes up, so you can have this coming out further, because as you will remember, we're inside the garage, and right at that location is where he's going to install 2 tankless water heaters up high on the wall in the garage. And I know that's his plumbing. That's some of his plumbing pipes for that. And this is probably a drain line for the heating and air conditioning unit, or it could be a drain line. It could be a drain line for the actual tankless water heaters, because there's going to be 2 of them, like I said. And then this comes down and it connects, and see, it goes on down this way, on down that way, all the way on down, and it drains out of the house way down at that end. Okay, and so that's probably for that. Okay, looks like the sun is going down, and that's a good thing. And we'll talk about air conditioning in a minute, but you see, this is how everything's going to be. And I'd hate to be the person who has to install all the flooring, because now when they run their plywood floor down, they're going to have to notch around certain ones, like this here. You can't just drill a hole on your plywood. They're going to have to actually notch that, you know, these and the bolts and stuff like that. And these pipes here, they'll have to take good measurements, and that way they can fit it all down when they install the flooring. So see, that's why they had to take really good measurements to find out exactly where these interior walls were going. And I think they've done a good job, because I saw them out here the other day. They were doing all kinds of measuring and stuff. I have not seen a set of plans out here just yet, and obviously they would not leave a set of plans out here at night anyways. So we've got that, and it looks as though, I think they just might know what they're doing. Now the last thing on the hot and cold water lines, the drain lines, and all that kind of stuff, when the inspector comes out, they'll be calling an inspector out before they install this floor. And the plumbing inspector, this mechanical and plumbing inspector, does both on that inspector. And then there's a separate inspector for electrical, and there's a separate inspector for structural, which is all the wood framing of the flooring, all the insulation in the flooring, the walls, the roof, the sheetrock. He'll have a sheetrock screw inspection, nail inspection, and all that kind of stuff before the stucco goes on, or whatever's on the outside. Structural inspector will be the person for that. And what I was going to say is, the plumbing inspector, when he comes out here, he might look at the plans a little bit, but you know, on the plans, if you will recall what I was trying to tell you before, on the set of plans, it's not going to show all of the different, it'll show all the locations of where the vanity sinks are going to be, where the toilets are going to be, where the showers are going to be, where the tubs are going to be, where the tankless water heaters are going to be. It's going to show all that, but it's not going to show what size pipes are going to go where, why. There's 3/4 inch lines in some areas, 1/2 inch line in others, an inch and a quarter, or an inch and an eighth, with the line coming in from the street, and what size vents they're going to have at different areas. Well, it's pretty much a given. Most inspectors know all that stuff anyways, but there's not going to be a schematic where it tells what size for everything. The inspectors will take a look at that, and all he's going to do when he comes out here, he's going to look at different things. He's going to look at the fittings, make sure that they use the right type of fittings, make sure that it's been stapled every so often, make sure these little anchor things are in here to keep these pipes from flopping around. You've got to have it strapped at probably every 4 feet. There's one every other one. There's one that's about every 3 feet, and there's some other ones over there. He'll check stuff like that, but he's not going to get picky, and mainly it's up to the plumbing contractor, subcontractor, on deciding how he's going to run things, how he's going to route things, what size pipes, where he's going to break down from inch and eighth coming in, how he's going to reduce to 3/4 inch or 5/8 lines or 1/2 inch lines so that he gets the right amount of water pressure throughout the house. That's up to your subcontractor. So I'm basically telling you that because I want to make sure that you get the proper subcontractors. You trust somebody who gives you a price, and you trust that their work is going to pass inspection and it's going to give you what you want. You don't want to get all done, have everything installed, and not have good water pressure half the house, and then crappy water pressure over here because they should have ran a bigger size pipe or something like that. Okay, remember that. Well, I think that's all I got to say about that for today. But I'll see you next time with more videos. I hope you're enjoying these. If you are, please continue to watch my videos, How to Build a House.